Hi.
Hello. Okay, hello again. So we had a lot of you the last hour, so maybe some of you have stayed on. Um, so hello, good morning. Welcome to our 11 a.m. webinar and happy Saturday. Maybe some
Yeah.
of you have just woken up and tuned in. So my name is Lisa. I'm from Ireland, and I've been living in Italy for 2.5 years. Okay, so here I'm joined by Jadene.
Hi, Maria.
Um, okay,
Yep.
actually, so Maria also told us in her last one that she has a nickname. So she get her nickname. A lot of her friends call her Lila. I think is it Lila? Am I
Oh,
right?
I like Lila.
I
Lila.
think
Okay, so we've got Lila, Beatrice, Alessandro. Hello, everyone. Yes, it is
fantastic.
Lila.
Okay, I'm right.
Nice.
I'm right. Okay, I'm right. But yeah, we can call her Maria Lila. It's totally fine. Okay, and guys, so yeah, please let us know your name, where you are. Please write to us. We want to hear from you. And sorry, Jadine, you were introducing yourself.
Yes, that's true. So I am Jadene. I'm from London in England, and I am a teacher in Maes in Milan.
Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so we work
Oh, okay.
together.
Lila's from
So we
Naples.
have
Nice.
amazing. Okay, and we have Rosalba from Livorno, and Salvo from Ferrera. Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. Cinzia from
Cool.
Bologna.
Wow, very
Wow,
active. Huge group of people. Okay.
fantastic.
Antonio,
Yeah.
Elena, Julia, welcome everyone.
Hi, Antonio. Here you are again. So I was saying to the guys at the end of the last webinar, we were talking about pub chat. So this one is like a totally different. It's a totally
Oh,
different
wow.
side of things. So going from pub chat to school days.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, fantastic. So we have Lucy, fantastic, from Fieldsy. Hello. Fantastic. And then Alessandro from Treviso. Brilliant. Another Alessandro. Brilliant. Welcome, guys. Good
Mm.
morning. Okay, so as we said, so we're going to be talking about school days. Okay, so we're going to be talking, remembering the past and talking a little bit about when you were at school. Okay, when you
Yeah.
were at school. And also taking a look at some phrasal verbs. Okay, so this is what we'll be looking at. So remembering our school days, practicing using used to and would, so we can answer any questions you have about using these. Okay, so using these to speak about the past. And then, yeah, as I said, some school vocabulary and phrasal verbs. Okay,
Mm.
so we'll be taking a look at this. So to start, we have some questions for you guys. So feel free to write to us your answers as we go through them. Okay, so you can write to
Yay.
us, tell us about your school days, okay? And we want to hear about your experiences. Okay, so you can write this in one message, a couple of messages, whatever way you want. So, what kind of school did you go to? So, Jadine, what kind of school did you go to?
I went to, we call it a state school. Um, so it's the opposite of a private school. It's the
Mm-hmm.
normal school.
It's like a
And
public
it
school.
was, well, I thought that public and private were the same. So, so I don't know. um,
Ah,
so we would say a state school. Um,
okay.
and it was an all girls school, and it was a Catholic school as well.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Right. So
Sorry, I just see Lorenza, one of our Maravilli students is there. Hello, Lorenza. Welcome to our webinar. Uh, Antonio. So, okay. So Antonio is saying in school he used to ask a lot of questions. Fantastic. That's great use. Like in the webinar.
excellent,
So,
excellent. And
brilliant.
answering our first question as well, we have Lucy who says she always went to public schools, and Maria who went to a religious school only for primary school. Okay.
Very good. Okay.
What kind of
Yeah.
school did you go to, Lisa?
So in Ireland, it's very common. Now, it is changing a little bit, but it's very common that most schools are Catholic schools. So
Okay.
yeah, so I went to a public Catholic school. So yeah, so not that it was really religious, but it was normal that we would have masses at certain times of the year. We would actually have like a little ceremony or mass in the school. And some of the teachers, or for example, in my secondary school, one of the teachers was a priest, and he was responsible for holding the masses, things like that. So yeah, in Ireland, it's quite Catholic, similar to in Italy.
Okay, so sorry,
Um,
I just want to say as well to everyone watching. So yeah, in the UK, in England, a public school is a private school where you pay fees. So in England, we have
mhm,
public or private school and state school. But in
mhm.
America, I think a public school is a school paid for by public funds. So, so
Yeah,
this
so I think
conversation is a bit
it's a bit
confusing for me.
different.
But
Yeah, it's a bit different because yeah, Ireland it's similar to America, the public and
okay.
private school. It's different. So it is. So we have some of the guys giving us lots of answers already. Fantastic.
Hey, okay, tell us, tell us.
Okay. Angela, welcome back. Leela went to a religious school for primary school. Okay, fantastic. Onyo school. Okay. Katerina, hello, welcome from Livorno. Sorry, I don't know if my pronunciation is good. Beatrice went to public school. Alessandro, the same. Okay, Antonio. So math was my favorite subject. Okay, excellent. Math. Julia went to public school. Alessandro loved maths and history. Fantastic. And then yeah, so that's actually a good point there, Lila. So, Italy, the private schools, so the ones that are parents or by the family, they're usually religious. So yeah, so I used to teach in a private school, and it
Right.
was very, very Catholic. Yeah, it was very Catholic. It was run by
Interesting.
nuns. Yeah, so usually
Interesting to know.
they're, mm, and then Rosalba. I'm sorry,
Oh, it's
I just
great, it's
skipped
great.
there. So Rosalba at elementary school, I went to private Catholic school, but okay, in the last year she moved to a public school. Okay.
Okay, and we also
Uh,
have Francesca. So in Catholic schools in Italy, it's a swore, swore, what is this? Are so evil with the
the
students.
sisters.
Ah, the
It's the nuns.
sisters.
The
Okay,
nuns.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we can
it's
call them
true.
nuns.
Yeah, it's true. It's the nuns.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true. It's here in Ireland, but
So
usually
it's the
in the
nuns.
past. Yeah.
Yes, especially in the past. There's a film about that, isn't there? I don't know if you know the one I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Lisa, because I can't remember anything about it. But just it's a bunch of girls or a group of girls in a Catholic school, and the nuns are horrible.
Yeah. I think I know. I can't remember the name though. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, my mum went to a school like that. It's more old fashioned now in Ireland, but yeah, they have terrible memories of that. So gymnastics. Antonio said gymnastics was his least favorite subject, because I am lazy and exercise is not my cup of tea.
That is excellent, Antonio.
Fantastic. I love
Although
that use of not my cup of tea.
yeah, I really
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
gonna
But
say, go ahead.
gymnastics is always a plural, actually. So we call the
Yeah.
subjects gymnastics.
Or also, to be honest, because it's probably more PE, so physical education, because there's a
Yes,
difference between PE or gym and gymnastics,
yeah.
because gymnastics you do like different types of
Somersaults,
exercise. Yeah, it's like
it's like
cheerleading.
acrobatics, really intense. Whereas PE
Exactly.
or gym is yeah, just like doing some sports, doing some football or some climbing.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, so it's a bit different. Sorry, there's so many comments. Great. So Elena did, or Elena maybe, went to and did accounting. Okay, so specific school that was so a high school that was for accounting, because specific.
Okay.
When you go to high school, you can choose to specialize. So
Yes.
she went to, and her favorite subject was economics. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay,
And so guys,
and
just quickly, I was just going to say, just before we continue reading, that it's maybe a good point to note some differences in British and American English. So, for example, in
mhm,
British English, I'm not sure if you know, but we have primary school, which is the little school, and then secondary
mhm.
school or high school, which is the bigger one. And in American English, Lisa,
So
do you
in
know?
American English, then so yeah, I do.
Elementary?
So you would have before, so
Mhm.
yeah, but also you would have preschool, so kindergarten, before, so like
Okay.
asilo is here. Then you would have elementary school. Then you would have,
Cool.
so similar to in Italy, middle school, okay, like
Middle
scuola
school.
media.
So we do not
So
have
middle
this.
school, exactly. We have these things together because they have middle school and then they have high school. Okay,
Okay.
so high school, whereas we
Middle
just have
school.
secondary school.
Middle school sounds
Hmm?
like a horrible time. Just what a
Yeah,
horrible
it
age,
is.
a horrible age to be stuck with these people.
Exactly. It's
Hormones everywhere,
exactly.
everyone in puberty, horrible. I'm not jealous.
Exactly. And so she's from Milan. She went to a state school, private school. So her favorite subject was art, and her least favorite
Lovely.
subject was math. Okay,
So
math.
this is a
So yeah,
different
so
again. But you can say it, Lisa.
the math. Do you mean math?
Yeah, yep,
Yeah, because in American English they say math, and we would in British and Irish, in Ireland as well, we would say maths with an S. Both are perfect, both are correct.
yeah.
Okay, so we would just say maths, and then in America they would say math without the S. And just there to mention, so we would say my least favorite subject was, okay, my least favorite. Okay. Antonio, so I used to be popular in my school. Sorry, I've lost it. Where's it gone?
I'll bring it up. I'll
Oh my
bring it
God.
up. There you go.
Okay, yeah, keep track of all these comments. I used to be popular in
Okay.
my school because I'm really outgoing, and okay, so I like to meet new friends. I like to Okay. Okay. This is how you get in touch with us here. You can speak to us here. Okay.
Okay, and
Okay. Uh,
Beatrice.
okay. So
Oh no, I've
remember,
lost it. Wow, so many, so many.
yeah. So Beatrice, remember that when we say, so we don't say like materie or materials.
No.
Okay, it has a different meaning. It's, I guess, a false friend, a little bit of a false friend in Italian. Um, and we would say my favorite subject. Okay, my
Yes.
favorite subject. Okay, because materie are subjects. Okay, subjects is Italian, and all the human subjects, such as history or literature. Okay, literature. Okay, very passionate about it. So in this case, are you talking about now or in the past? Okay, so maybe you're still studying. But yeah, okay. So loads of answers.
Yeah, we'll have to, I think
Huh?
we'll just have to keep going, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
still please
exactly. Sorry, guys.
contribute.
There's so many comments. We can't get through them all, but thank you for your answers.
Yes, we
Okay,
are
so
reading
then,
them. I'm going to say Lorenzo agrees with
exactly.
me, so I'm glad. I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, Lorenza. When I taught in middle school, it was terrible.
Horrible.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay. So then I might go on to our next. So to take a look at the use of used to and would. Okay, used to and would. Okay, so just to revise this, so it's always good to practice. Okay, so we can use used to in the past to talk about something that was true, but it isn't anymore. Okay, it isn't true anymore. So something that you be used to do, but you don't do it anymore. So, for example, I used to be shy, now I'm more confident. Okay. So that too, like when I was in school, I used to be shy, but now I'm more outgoing. More outgoing. Okay. I also use used to talk about and regularly in the past, but doesn't anymore. Okay. So like this, I used to skip classes with my friends and go to the mall. Okay. So, does anyone know what does it mean to skip classes? Okay, to skip classes. What does that mean? And also mall in another term for as like a shopping center,
Shopping
the mall.
center.
Mm-hmm.
We can also say instead of skip
Okay.
class, cut class or bunk school.
Yes. Exactly. To bunk off school. To bunk off school as well. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So to cut class. So in the case of, we would say, so we would say, yeah, that if you skip class, you don't go, or sometimes you don't even go to school.
Yeah, excellent,
Okay, so yeah,
Julia.
this is true for Francesca. Yeah,
Indeed.
exactly. So Francesca, that's true. So we don't use stative verbs with would. So that's a rule. So for example, to like we would say, I used to love. Okay, so we would use with stative verbs. When we're talking about something like this in the past, we would say used to. So I used to love, or I used to feel, for example, like this. Okay, really good.
Antonio used to have hair. Now we say I do not anymore because it's I don't have.
Exactly.
Now I don't have. Remember, when we make a negative simple sentence, we always use the auxiliary verbs do or
Mm-hmm.
does, and then the
Yeah.
positive of the main verb. So I used to have hair. Have is our main verb. So now I do not have hair.
Exactly. Or you could just say, so in English, a person hair is called bald. So you could say, now I'm bald. I used to have hair, but now I'm bald.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
excellent, Francesca. Harry
Really good.
Potter used
And
to live
to
with
mention,
his. No, you can go.
so yeah, to mention that here, so because I think this is a confusion with the plural, because we
Yes.
don't in English we don't use a plural for aunts and uncles. We just say he used to live and his uncle. Okay, his aunt and his uncle, because we don't really use a for when we talk about aunts and uncles. It means
No, if there are two
more than
uncles.
one brother. Yes,
So
but in this case,
uncles
it's he
is
lived with his aunt
more
and
than
uncle.
one man. Yes.
Mm. Sorry, when I say a plural, I'm talking about male and female together,
Yes.
because there is a confusion of like aunts and uncles
Yes.
together. Say my aunts and uncles, or his aunt and uncle. Okay,
Exactly.
and then just to mention about wood, usually it's nostalgic. Okay, it's usually nostalgic, so to do with memories as well. Okay, I used to go. Okay,
To
I used to
work.
go exactly, because we would say, so the infinitive, I used to go to work on foot. Okay, I used to go to work on foot. So remember, guys, that when we use used to and would, we use them with the infinitive. Okay, the bare infinitive. So like this one, we would stay after school and hang out for hours. Okay, so we have the bare infinitive. Okay, so remember the bare infinitive is the infinitive without to. Okay, the infinitive without to. Okay. Okay, so Lucy says kids often didn't speak to their parents. Okay. I would go to my yes in Maryville.
Nostalgia.
Okay. Okay. Or actually, Angela, you would probably, because go, we would probably say, I used to go. I used to go. Okay, I used to go. Because when we use would, remember, we don't use it with stative verbs. And also we would say, for example, it's more like a distant memory, a distant memory.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. The nostalgia is usually with something far in the past. If something's recent, then we don't really say it's nostalgic. It's just like a good recent memory.
Exactly. I love this, Francesca. 3 weeks ago, we would enjoy a aperitif. Now we enjoy wine. So remember, we enjoy wine at home.
At home.
Okay, at home. At home. Yes. By ourselves. Okay, very good. Yeah, so Lorenza, yeah, so this could be when you're younger. I would ride horses for hours. Now I just use chairs. Chairs aren't so fun. You can't really
can't ride those chairs. But Eleanor, okay, so again, here is an example. We use used to and the infinitive. So not I used to catching the bus. We would say I used to catch the bus. Okay.
Exactly.
To go to university, now I go by train.
Exactly. Okay, really good, guys. Really good. So some practice with, so that's just going over it a little bit. So here we have some school vocabulary. Okay, so we might just go through the vocabulary first. And please let us know if you have any questions. Okay, Beatrice, very good. So I would meet my friends outside school before we go. Okay, so remember, we just say, we don't use a preposition. We would say before we, actually in this case, we went home. We went home. Past tense, before we went home. Okay, before we went home. Okay, so the vocabulary we're going to use here are pupils or students. Okay, so pupils is just another term for students. Okay, another term is another term. It's more old-fashioned to skip school. To skip school. Troublemaker. Okay, so someone who causes trouble. Someone who causes trouble. We would call a troublemaker. Okay, a troublemaker.
Okay, so I'm not sure which of us is freezing. But I know also geek. Is it the same for nerd? Yes. So geek and nerd.
Okay, so
are the same
one
words.
who sometimes it's someone a lot, okay, studies a lot. So say, sorry, I'm frozen.
Okay, I wasn't sure who was frozen, so that's fine.
No, sorry guys, connected there for a second. Okay, so yeah, you can say, so someone, and also someone who, a nerd can also be someone who really likes something, like you can be a film nerd, okay, because you really, really like films. Or, for example, a comic book nerd, so someone who really likes comics. Okay, so we usually use nerd to talk about things that are not cool,
Yeah.
but actually they kind of are. Okay. And then a teacher's pet. Okay, so teacher's pet is the person who is like the favorite of the teacher. Okay, the teacher's pet. And then well behaved. Okay, so remember, behavior is like comportamento. Okay, behavior. So to be well behaved is to have good behavior. Exactly, really good, Julia. So in the show The Big Bang Theory, they would all be called nerds or geeks. Okay, nerds or geeks. Fantastic. So I think we already had an answer for number 1. Okay, so the guys already said it.
Yeah.
I was a big nerd in school.
Excellent.
Get
I was a
straight
big nerd.
A's every semester.
Yes. So again,
Fantastic.
semester is quite
Okay.
American. In England, we say term, and it's just a section of
Term,
school
exactly.
before the holidays. So usually you have 3 a year.
Exactly. Really good. No, so truant. So truant is more, we would say, for example, it's not a verb, because you would say to play truant. Okay, to play truant or to be truant. So it's more like we would say. I don't really know how to explain it. I'm sorry, but we don't use this very often.
Truant is, I would say, a noun for someone who is not going to school when they should.
Yeah. Yeah, because we don't use it in Ireland, so
Oh, really?
I'm not familiar with it. No,
Oh.
no, skip school. You skip school, we would say. Okay, yeah, we already have the answer for number 2. So I was a teacher's pet, so no one liked me except the teacher, of course. Okay. I thought the other, fantastic. I thought the other students were jealous, probably very annoying. Okay, so this always makes me think of Hermione, Hermione Granger in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
She's like the typical teacher's pet. The typical teacher's pet. Okay, so she's annoying to the other students because she tries to be close to the teachers and to say all of the answers. Okay, really good. Okay, so that's the equivalent there for truant in Italian. Okay, fantastic. So I had a ton of friends. Fantastic. So we have the answer there. A big troublemaker. Okay, and I used to really experience teachers and my friends. Wow.
Do they mean physical torture?
No, they do not. Okay, so that's
okay.
no. In this case, it's more like okay. So to torture, it's like they would have really, for example, made a lot of trouble. Okay, so caused a lot of problems. So not literal torture.
Maybe.
Okay, so our director of studies says he thinks that Lisa was a troublemaker and would get Jadene into trouble. Interesting.
I agree. Yes, I'm very well behaved. So it's you, Lisa.
I was, hands up in the air, I was a massive teacher's pet. Okay. I was not a troublemaker. I think that's very clear. Maybe I talked too much sometimes, but I was a nerd and a teacher's pet. What were you like, Jadene?
Oh yeah, I was also the same. Very well behaved. All of the teachers loved me. I was the dream student. Yeah.
Exactly. Fantastic. So the guys have given the answer for number. Do you want to read it, Jadene? Number 4.
Yes. So number 4. is I was mostly well behaved, except for occasionally skipping school or truanting to go surfing.
Okay, exactly. So,
Well, and Lisa, you have an admirer.
thank you. Thank you very much.
She is a good teacher. I am also a good teacher. If anyone else wants to give me
Yeah,
compliments, you go crazy
exactly,
in the
guys.
comments.
Some compliments for Jadene. Our director of studies
Yeah.
is watching.
More compliments. We demand more compliments.
We're working on a Saturday. We deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So, guys, please let us know if you've any questions about that vocabulary. Okay, if there's anything you're still confused about, that you guys seem to understand it quite well. So,
Yes. Excellent, everybody.
amazing.
Okay. So again, I'm not sure where Lisa has
Really good,
gone.
really good answers.
Mike.
So, as we're waiting for the compliment, we can. Sorry, disconnected.
No worries. No worries. Okay, break time. My
Okay.
favorite time.
So yeah, tell us what you. Okay, tell us what you were like at school. Fantastic. Okay, in this case, we want to practice using would to talk about your break time. Okay, so if you played sports, maybe also what you were like. Okay, please let us know. Okay, please let us know what you were like. you've got you've got some compliments there from. Actually, I'm not sure which.
Thank
Maybe it
you.
is Claudia. Maybe it
Lucy.
is. Uh,
I thought it was oh, maybe not. Okay.
no, sorry, I'm looking at the course coordinator comment.
Ah,
uh,
thank you. Thank you all.
okay, so exactly. So, guys, tell us what you were like or what you used to do. So, we have an example here. I used to play basketball, but I quit because of an injury. Okay, quit
Aw.
because of an injury. Okay. What did you used to do, Jadine, during break time at school?
During break time, I used to. Wow, we didn't do very much. I think at break time we just used to talk a lot, or tell
Mhm.
lots of jokes. We would sit outside when it was sunny
Mhm.
and warm,
Mhm.
and just we say just hang out, just relax. But
Yeah.
my school was very in the city, and we didn't have any
Ah.
grass. Yeah, our play area or our break area was just a car park, so it was very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember because I wasn't very sporty in school, so I remember me and my friends we used to just walk around and talk.
Mhm.
So we'd walk around the school and talk, or walk around the playground when it was primary school,
Mm.
and just chat,
Yeah,
and
the chat.
nothing nothing super interesting.
No, it was fun. I liked it. It's amazing what
Yeah,
you can talk about when you when you're young and have no worries. Everything.
exactly,
Make some
exactly.
drama. Okay, so
Yeah.
Lorenza was a troublemaker, but also a nerd. So for her teachers, it was really hard to survive. Okay.
It was like, we like you, you do the work, but you're also causing problems.
Yes, I got you. So you were someone who caused problems for other people, but you were always okay. um,
Exactly.
Okay, Lucy, in high school, we used to play volleyball during gymnastics. Remember, it's not gymnastics lessons, it's during gym lessons or PE, because
Exactly.
gymnastics is like what you see in the Olympics with the beams and the bolts. I don't know
Yeah.
any gymnastics.
Gymnastics is like a lot of stretching and yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's very different. It's quite specific in English.
But like
Gymnastics
that,
is a very specific
um,
sport.
like Simone Biles, I think her name is. She's
Yeah.
the very famous American gymnast who I think has won all of the medals now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's very famous. And I think Alessandro
Okay,
said he would talk to his, so he said class friends, but we would say probably my
classmate.
classmates. Exactly. I would
Yeah,
talk to my classmates. My
yeah, and that's
classmates.
all one word as well. That's just what we call people in our class.
Hmm. Exactly.
Um,
Classmates.
okay, Antonio used to play guitar in a Coldplay cover band. Cool, cool.
What?
Uh,
Fantastic. Wow.
Dear,
Okay.
I used to smoke with friends, but now I stopped. So you didn't stopped now because this is two different tenses. So you can say, but now I don't, or
Hmm.
but I stopped in the past. It's up to you.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
used to play volleyball as well, but I wasn't a good player. Be careful with your spelling. Was has an A, not an O. Good.
Hmm.
Angela, I used to talk with my friends. Salvo, oh, it's gone. Oh, I would play on the merry-go-round.
Oh, wait. Ra- Wait, what's that called? Because merry-go-round is like
I think a merry-go-round or roundabout. I don't know. Spinning thing.
um the oh my god, I've forgotten the name. Because maybe yeah,
This
merry-go-round is the thing
thing.
that goes
Oh,
around that
merry-go-round.
spins. But just remember,
Yeah.
Salvo, there that we would say I would play. Okay, so no
Yes.
two, so no two. I
Bare
would play.
infinitive, guys.
Exactly,
Bare
the bare
infinitive.
infinitive. Like
Okay,
like there,
Rosalba.
Rosalba said. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. I would do homework with some friends. Excellent. I
fantastic.
stopped playing guitar when I
Exactly.
started in the past, started to work.
Hmm.
I used to walk in the
Beatrice.
park outside the school when the weather was sunny, or I used to talk with other students. Cool.
Okay, other students. So when it's a plural, so another student would be one specific other student, another, but we would say an other students, other students. Okay, and Michaela said, I used to be a nerd. So in this case, you would probably say with high grades. Okay, so plural, high grades, but also a troublemaker. Okay, a troublemaker. So we say a troublemaker. Really good. Okay. So a little bit like Lorenzo there as well. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, exactly. Alessandra with my classmates. Brilliant. And then Francesca says, I used to go horse riding in my free time, but at school I was a troublemaker. So I would like to apologize to all my teachers. Fantastic. Hopefully they're all watching. Hopefully they're all watching, and I'm sure they accept your apology.
I'm glad that we're
um,
teachers now. Uh, now, when everyone has chosen to be here.
I know. Exactly. So yeah, remember guys, the bare infinitives, very important, okay? Because used to, we already have the two. So used to play, okay? I used to go. Whereas would, I would visit, okay? I would visit. So no two, bare infinitives. And Lucy says, I would like. Okay, so in this case, I would like it if, because this is a hypothetical. I would like it if I was still in high school. Okay, I would like it if I was still in high school. So this is another usage of would when we're talking about a hypothetical. Okay, a hypothetical, something that is not actually happening, but it's something you wish you could do. Okay, so I would like it if I was still in high school. Okay, I would not. I'm going to say I am definitely happy that I am not in school anymore. Well, obviously I am because I work in a school, but not as a student. Because yeah, I don't know. Would you like it, Jadine, if you were still in school?
Um, I don't know. I like parts of it, but there are definitely parts of being an adult that I prefer, and I don't think that you can have them both together. I didn't like the
Mm,
stress of school. Um,
mm,
yeah. But
yeah.
I liked that, you know, there was you know, you have the safety. So it was more stressful but more safe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay. So, take a look at some of the phrases that last well, if that's okay. So I'm going to jump ahead to here. Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
what we might do is just we'll match these up. Okay, so we'll match these up, and then if you have any questions, please let us know. Because I think it would be difficult for everyone to type out the whole description because we don't have any numbers. To drop out. Okay, so if I said I dropped out of high school, Jadine, what does that mean?
If you dropped out of high school, it means that you chose to leave before you graduated or before you finished all of your exams.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, so a drop out. So this can be, for example, to drop out can be a verb. Okay, so to drop out. A person. Okay, like for example, in American films, you might hear people say, "Oh, he was a dropout. He was a dropout." Okay, it's like he left.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. Okay, great point, Lorenzo. When I became a teacher, I would, okay, so I would apologize to teachers I had. Okay. uh,
Oh, and great. Yes, so Julia
okay.
and Michaela, excellent. You both got this right.
Fantastic. And then to play around, sometimes we would also say like to mess around. Um,
Yes,
so to play
Rosalba, to
around or to
have
mess
fun.
around. Fun. Fantastic. Exactly. To have fun and not take things too seriously. Okay, so someone maybe like you would say maybe a person who jokes
Michaela
a
as
lot
well.
at school. Okay, really good. Okay, excellent. And then to move up. So sometimes we would say this like to move up a class or to move up a grade. Okay, to move. Advance to the next level.
Julia,
Okay,
excellent.
to advance. So very good. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, for example, this never really happened in my school, but I know that in America it happens. If you're really smart, they move you up to the next level.
I think in Europe as well, or in European schools, they can hold you back, which is where they stop you
Ah,
moving
yes.
up to the next
The
level.
opposite.
Whereas in England, this would never happen ever. Even if you didn't do well in your year, you would still
Mm-hmm.
move on to the next year. Maybe you would just have some more exams.
Exactly. Yeah. So to hold you back, to keep you from, I'm just typing that in there, to keep you
Uh,
from, it's just going to take a minute.
it's okay.
But yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah, because if you're held back in school, it means you can't go to the next year, or you can't go. You have to repeat. Sometimes you have to repeat
Mm,
the same year of school. Yeah, so you can be held back. Okay, my chat's just not working.
no
um,
problem.
Okay. So then to swat up on, so like we said about maybe Hermione Granger or a nerd, they would swat up on specific subjects. Okay.
Yes,
So this means to
excellent.
study one topic intensively.
Well done, Lucy. And also,
That's
as an
fantastic,
insult,
Lucy.
as
Really
a
good.
slang insult,
Really
you
good.
can call somebody a swot. So if you know somebody is studying really hard, maybe you feel a bit jealous, you say, "Oh, you swot." So
Exactly. Yeah, I remember I didn't understand that in school when people would call me a swat, and I didn't know the meaning of it, and I was just like,
oh,
what? Yeah.
just look up on what it meant.
And then Jadine, did you? I know, yeah, I think I had. Did you ever, Jadine? Did you ever have to tell? Did you ever have to tell on other students?
No, do you know what? I was already a bit of a teacher's pet, so I didn't tell on anybody, or I didn't
Yeah.
grass or snitch on anybody because
Very good.
no. I didn't want any
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah. Exactly. So I had this problem. So to tell on someone is to report something to an authority figure. I had the problem in second that a lot of people wouldn't talk to me about gossip because my father, so they imagined that anything things that weren't okay tell on them, which is not the truth. I wouldn't have anyway, because yeah, you don't, like you said, you don't want to be the snitch or the grass, as it were. The screen's gone blurry. Is that just me?
Yes, no, it's blurry for me as well. Maybe if you just click back into it.
Yeah. So I am going to just, sorry guys, I'm just going to disconnect this, connect it for a second. So this is the equivalent. Oh, there are faces. So this is the equivalent Sechuane. Okay, didn't work.
Well, I think
Weird.
that was all of them that we got through. So there you go.
Yeah, we got through. I think the last one was to fit in. Okay, to fit in. Okay. So for example, if I say, did you fit in when you were at school? Okay, did you fit in when you were at school? It just means, did you feel comfortable with other people? Did you feel at home? For example, I remember when I started secondary school, so the equivalent of starting middle school in Italy, I didn't really feel like I fit in, because I was very shy. Okay, I was very shy at that point. Obviously, I'm not anymore. Okay, so guys, we're almost at the end of this webinar, but please let us know if you have any final questions, or if you would like to share with us a little bit more about when you were in school.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take it away. I'll take this away.
So it's just us.
It's exactly. Okay, so guys, please let us know if you have any final questions or final compliments. Okay, so
we love the compliments.
exactly. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It was lovely talking to you, some of you again, and really great. So, thank you for your examples and for participating. It was fantastic to be able to help you a little bit, and practice a little bit of your English with us. If you want to tune in again, again at 12 o'clock, myself and Danielle we will be talking about family ties. Okay, so family dynamics. So feel free to stay tuned.
Cool.
Okay, if you're at home and you just want to listen and practice more English, feel free to stay tuned. And Jadene, would you like to say anything else?
No, just thank you, everyone. It was really nice. Thank you for participating so much. And yeah, I will see you next week, I'm sure.
Yes. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Bye.